probably be nice to have a couple backup options.
Yeah, for sure. It'll be interesting when we just bank with the Federal Reserve.
No doubt. So, yeah, what have you heard anything more on banks or anything? I haven't been in the news much, so I haven't caught much since we last talked. But
yeah,
what's
I mean,
going
I
on?
watched. I'm sure a lot of people did. I watched Yankee Stacking talking to Tim Marchant, I think.
Marshner, yep.
Yeah, that his bank of, I think he said he'd been with that branch for 40 years, and it sounded like it moved through about 10 different takeovers, and ultimately TD Bank of Canada pulled a plug on his bank account.
Yeah, that's what it was like, 40 some years. Yeah, that's it's definitely not for not being with them long enough anyway, huh?
Well, it will probably cost them a few thousand accounts. I think any serious sound money person finds out about that will either close their account or never take a product or an account out with them. So
yeah, I actually did see some comments down below the video to that effect, so I can imagine. Yeah, it's there's been a few channels that have talked about that lately, having their bank accounts pulled and talking about it might be an issue. I've heard people going back and forth, but oh, it's just normal, it's because they did something wrong or this and that. But I kind of agree with some of the people that are saying this is going to be a thing, and we're going to start to see more of this type of thing. And I would have to lean more to that side. What do you think?
Well, yeah, I mean, having watched Tim on Yankee Stacking over the years, I mean, I think I remember Tim saying that he had worked till 11 at night, making sure every purchase was written up. Even if the client in the store didn't want a receipt, that he would write everything up and he could account for every penny. So I don't think they caught him on a technicality. They just caught him on a, we don't like what you're doing.
No doubt. And he was talking about how he was one of the largest probably cash droppers consistently there. So I'm sure, yeah, that might be something to do with it in itself right there, huh?
Yeah, I think he said he was paying around $1,600 fee per month just for depositing cash. So
wow, that's crazy. Yeah. What? How about you worried with your banks, or you've had good relationships so far? Or?
Well, my bank was taken over. It used to be a small regional free branch bank. Now then it was taken over by a Colorado-based, still regional. But I'm going to open some other accounts for sure.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Huh?
Yeah.
I had just starting up my first LLC that I have opened, and man, I had issues. It took me a while to get myself set up in a banking account where everything works out. So it's kind of a hassle, but yeah, probably be nice to have a couple backup options.
Yeah, for sure. It'll be interesting when we just bank with the Federal Reserve.
No doubt. Yeah, well, speaking about that, yeah, I was just looking right before we got on here that there's been some states that have made gold and silver eligible for legalized payment of taxes and goods and services. So I know that, per our Constitution, you know, gold and money are supposed to be lawful money, and now they're kind of bringing it over and calling it legal money,
Right.
because it's already lawful money, but they need to bring it in kind of under Fed speak, from what I understand, and they're calling it legal. So now it's recognized as legal.
There was been no amendment to Article 1, Section 10, has there? I think it
No, no.
goes
Well,
something like
see,
the
that's what.
states. The states will use nothing but gold and silver coin as settlement of debts.
Yep.
So that means that if anything else that pretends to be money is illegal.
That's right.
That's
That's
how I would understand that, and I don't
That's
think
how.
there's no amendment to Article 1, Section 10, is there? I'm
No,
aware of.
no. And from what little I gather, you know, this is kind of probably a deep rabbit hole that I probably shouldn't go far down. But you know, like I was saying, you know, it's funny because, like we're saying, it's already lawful money per the Constitution. However, things are now kind of run under a system where, like, some people would call it maritime law instead of the law of the land. And they say that since we're under the maritime, they only recognize, they change it around and they call it legality. And so yeah, that's kind of a word play or whatnot, but that's funny because I was surprised to hear, when I was hearing them talk about bringing in gold and silver as back to legal tender, is that they use that very terminology that I had heard about before. It was researching a different topic, but it was saying that yeah, you'd have to bring it under to legal, and that's what they're that's what they've changed it to now, is legal tender. So it's almost just a wordplay thing going on there, but I don't know. Anyway, moving along.